Like, who chose these people? I feel like all the mismatches were Micah's fault. How can someone remind me of SK and Baptiste? It's not a good mix. They're all just children. Oh my gosh, I don't know why am I watching this show? They're so childish, but I'm still watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy. I'm super excited today. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like it and decide to stay by hitting the subscribe button. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. If this is not your first time, you would also know that this is a series. I talk about what I'm watching on Tuesdays, and last week I spoke about something that I'm not talking about anymore because I am not watching it anymore. So I was watching The Real Housewives of Cape Town. It became crap, so I stopped watching it. So I apologize for introducing you to something that eventually, I wasn't into. So just when I was thinking I'm going to slow down on TV because TV distracts me from my work. Love is Blind season 4 comes out, so of course I have to watch it. So I watched Love is Blind, the first 5 episodes of season 4, and I have a lot to say. Oh my gosh. First of all, I'm surprised that this show has lasted as long as it has. Like, we're on season 4. Wow, come a long way. So the first thing I'm going to say about this season is that it is not as genuine as the others. To be fair, like for the other seasons, there were people that we didn't believe the love was really there, but this one, there's something about this that is just they're so insincere. Whoever did the casting, I'm sorry, but they failed on this one. I don't know who chose these people. Like, who chose these people? I've said this before, with reality shows, I'm not expecting true love, forever love. I'm not expecting that from anybody. Real life people, reality show people, show TV people, whatever it is, like, it's not my business. If you try to make it work with someone, it doesn't work out, it's not anybody's business. This one is on another level. Like, I think there's only one couple that actually seemed like they genuinely were there for the right reasons. If you've not watched Love is Blind, it is a dating show where each person sits in a different room. They call them pods, and you talk to different people. There's the women's quarters and then there's the men's quarters. They're living separately, and then they like date people, and then they narrow it down to who their favorites are. They eventually choose their perfect match, so to speak, and then the man proposes, and then you see your fiance for the first time after basically the point is to see if you can fall in love with someone based on just an emotional connection without actually seeing their face. So that's the point. So at the end of the day, 5 people got proposed to, and there ended up being 5 couples. So out of those 5 couples, I would say 1 is actually genuine, 1 is an absolute mismatch, and then the others are mismatched for one reason or the other. So overall, I'm saying that only 1 couple is genuine in this whole season. Yeah. The first couple I'm going to be talking about is Kwame and Chelsea. Oh my gosh. The first time I saw Kwame, who is supposed to be like an ex-football player, he had to come back to the United States because he had an injury or whatever. That was his sub story. First of all, this guy reminded me of SJ because I just felt like he was a smooth talker that would end up being a Yoruba demon, even though he's Ghanaian. And then he ended up being like Baptiste, the actual worst. Like, how can someone remind me of SK and Baptiste? That's not a good mix. Anyway, he's very irritating. He kind of knows the key words to say to make, the ladies fall for him. He was interested in Chelsea and Micah. Micah was his topic. I don't know why, because this girl is actually not a great person. Anyway, he ended up choosing Chelsea, not because he wanted to, but because he had to. Micah turned him down and went for someone else. So he was heartbroken. He was crying his eyes out, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then he runs back to Chelsea and, chooses her. Okay. When they eventually meet, she is very much attracted to him physically, and that's more or less what this relationship is about. He reminded me very much of Baptiste because when they eventually met the other people, he was like, his eyes were fixed on Micah the way, if you watch season 3, then you know what happened there. Anyway, Kwame goes on to be disrespectful to Chelsea, which I saw coming. Like, he wasn't into her at all, really. So obviously they're just having a physical relationship. She's happy with that. She obviously wants more, but yeah, he's not even there. He's not there at all. Next couple I'm going to be talking about are Zach and Irina. Oh my gosh, what a joke. And this is the absolute mismatch couple. This is the one couple that the minute she saw him, she was like repulsed, really. They actually eventually decided that they would not follow through with the whole thing, which is new. Like, nobody has ever done that, but that's how much they didn't even like each other. They were not even willing to try. There was actually no point. Irina is not a great person. Like, going back to before the reveals, herself and Micah are in the house being like mean girls. There's this like I don't know, like very childish behavior. These two have kind of formed like some sort of high school bitch mean girl kind of alliance in the house, and it's very disgusting. Like, are we 13? Like, what's going on here? They go bickering about people, you know, like it's just gross. Laughing at people when they came out heartbroken. People were crying and they were laughing. They were spying on people, like trying to break people up in their own favor, or just because they just didn't want them to have this other person. Irina, not a great person, and I thought, oh, poor Zach, he didn't get a great person, but he turns out to be a liar as well, because they hadn't made out or anything. Nothing was going on between them. And then he goes bragging like, oh yeah, you know, we kissed. I don't know why she's not kissing me in public. Like, yeah, they're all just children. Oh my gosh, I don't know why am I watching this show. They're so childish, but I'm still watching. The next couple I'm going to be talking about is the one that I think might actually be the only genuine couple, Brett and Tiffany. So Brett and Tiffany, black couple, they seem to be okay. They both seem mature. They seem to get along, and they actually genuinely seem to be a perfect match. But let's see. The only thing that happened though, that everyone, yeah, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it, to be honest. She fell asleep.
To be clear, I don't think it was okay that she did. I'm just saying I understand.
There was a scene where they were still in the pod and he was professing his love to her and everything, and she fell asleep, snoring and everything, and he's like, hello, are you there? And no answer. He left because she literally fell asleep and would continue sleeping until they came to call her, friends came to call her. You know what? First of all, I would say, from someone who falls asleep easily, I had this discussion with my family and I defended her because I fall asleep. Like, if I am horizontal, she was even horizontal, she was covered, she was cozy, like she was tired. I'm sorry. Then also, you don't know how they're cutting these things. Like, they're in there for hours. I don't know how long they actually are there for, but I know that they're there for like an extended period of time. Maybe there was a moment where he was quiet, or, you know, talking for a long time, which I'm not making excuses for her, but I'm just trying to say, like, falling asleep is just a normal bodily function. People fall asleep. So I think we should cut her some slack. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks this way, but yeah, at the end of the day, he forgave her and he proposed to her. They met each other, they get along in every way. They seem to be doing well, so let's see how that goes. Next is Paul and Micah, who I've touched on briefly. Micah, not my favorite person. Paul, a pushover, because she was trying to choose between Kwame and Paul, and she eventually, like, she told Kwame not to talk to anybody. Then she goes ahead to break up with him for Paul, or to tell him that she's not interested. There's no breaking up here. They've known each other for 6 days. So that she could go with Paul, and then she goes to Paul and tells Paul, okay, let's both agree that we're going together, which is fair enough, but it's not coming from the right place. So she instructs Paul to go and end it with Bliss, or was it Bliss he was talking to? I can't remember. He was talking to somebody else who he really liked and I think would have been a better match for him. So he ended it with her and went with Micah, and I don't think they're a great fit. She's not his type. He actually did say that she's not really his type. His type is more down to earth, you know, feet in the sand kind of girl, and that's not who she is, and I think the other girl would have been a better match for him. So sorry, Paul. I feel like all the mismatches were Micah's fault. A lot of them were. If Micah had let Paul be with who he wanted to be with, or who would have been a better match for him, we would have all been in a better place. At least we would have had two couples that might have gotten along, and she would have been with Kwame, and I would have been happy for those two to be together, because yeah, they seem to be here for similar reasons. I think they would have gotten along well, and yeah, I'm just upset that Kwame is with Chelsea, who probably might have had a better chance of finding someone else that she liked. So, and the last couple here are Jackie and Marshall. Jackie and Marshall, honestly, I'm not sure. They're kind of cute, like physically. Oh, they remind me of, so Jackie reminds me of Angel. Was she called Angel from Pose? Yeah, she reminds me of her. Like, she kind of looks like her. She has the same like spicy energy. She's fun. She seems okay, but she's very childish. Oh my gosh, again, with the childish energy. Like, this season is just a lot of childish energy. So she was having like a meltdown, like after they had met, they were in the hotel, and she was having a meltdown. She was crying about, you know, going back to her real life and all of that. Fair enough. And then he gets her water. He's there for her. You know, what do you need? Blah, blah, blah. And then she drops the water on the table and she's like, put that back in the fridge. Did anybody else hear what she just... He looked at the water. He was like, no, she did not just say that. But yeah, I was like, no, this girl, there's something wrong here. There's something really wrong here. And Marshall is like really easygoing. I don't know if that's a good match. I don't know, but let's see how it goes. I don't know about that one. They look good together. He also reminds me of, I've forgotten his name, but I'll put it here, from Grey's Anatomy. Very handsome boy, and yeah, they look good together, but let's see if they actually work well together. So that's it from season 4 of Love is Blind. I've only watched the first 5 episodes like everybody else in this world, because it's still the 28th of March. I think the next few episodes are coming out on the 31st, so let's see how they go. I'm excited about this season, and like I said, I'm not invested in them being truly in love, and oh my god, at the end of the day, it's a game, it's a show, it's just entertainment, and I'm not mad at that. Like, it's fine, but I think there's a limit, and I feel like in this season they're bordering on, are you trying to waste my time? Because yes, I don't think that they need to be like head over heels, interested in each other, but at least present us with people that are actually there looking for love, if that makes any sense. If they end up not being in love, then that's fine. But yeah, I just feel like, the people that casted this time did not do a great job. Anyway, that's it from me for now. Let's see how the next 5 episodes go. I will definitely be back to talk about them. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch Love is Blind, please leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are about the latest season compared to others, or just in general. What do you think? Who are your favorite couples? What do you think of their dynamics? How do you think this season will go? I'm excited. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.